G'day, I'm Steve. Hey, this is Woodworking Masterclass. Welcome to the workshop. If you are just getting into woodwork and you're interested in hand tools and you'd like to do a lot of hand tool work, this is a great project for you to cut your teeth on, and it's a bit of kit that will see you through your entire woodworking life. And what it's going to be is a bench hook. A very simple piece of apparatus, but it has so many uses and you will find it indispensable in your woodworking journey. So it doesn't matter what you use. You can use a bit of plywood, you could use a bit of this. As you can see, this is just a bit of finger joint scrap timber that's come from a box hardware shop, and we've got to make 2 cuts and put some screws in, and we will make a bench hook. So first off, pencil, square, if I can find a square. Not even going to worry about a ruler. I'm using a really long chisel called a paring chisel. If you don't have one of those, a normal chisel will do. And a knife. And a saw. Alright, so I'm going to make a line about there. I'm not even going to measure it. I'm putting a knife mark down where that square is. And I'm going to run the chisel up the waist side. So the bit I'm cutting off is actually the bit I'm going to use as the waist side, and you'll see why shortly. And off the other end. If it's not square, by all means you can square it in the vise using your hand plane. So we're making 2 cuts. We'll make 3 cuts actually. And if I had one of these, it would be even easier to make this one. But we're assuming you don't. What I did there was cut down the side of the timber and then put a chisel down there that gave me a fence for my saw to sit into. Now I'm going to cut this one off. I'm going to cut this one off. We'll then screw them some distance apart, and then anything that's left over we'll cut that off as well. So there you go. Let's get cutting. You could use a, doesn't matter what sort, if you've got a jigsaw, use a jigsaw. If you've got a back saw, use a back saw. This is a back saw. And this is a normal cross-cut saw. So that's the one I'm going to be using, because most people will have one of these. And we'll need 6 screws. If you can't hold it on the bench, I'm going to try and do this without a clamp, but you can. If you've got a clamp, clamp it onto your bench, and that will hold it steady. But as I said, I don't want to use the clamp because I'm assuming you have nothing to start with. You might have an old candle. If you have, just rub that On your saw, I find paraffin wax is the best wax on your saw. A lot of people, they use beeswax. I find it binds too much. We're nearly there. What I'm doing here, cutting through to the other side, and I'll do the same to this side. And you will see why in a moment. So now I've got two cuts, one here, one here. I'll join that up with the square. And then I will continue cutting on this side. You could, if you want, you could put another knife mark down there, but because we've already got the cuts started, it should run pretty true. There we go. We'll do the same to the other side. Okay, nearly through on both sides. Again, I'm going to take this down here and through to the other side. And the same on this side. Join those up. And we'll cut through. Okay, so we've got 3 bits. Now what we do is the nice side, have that in that way. Now if you're using plywood or long directional grain like I'm using here, and the grain's all running the same way, you can glue this in place. If you were using a piece of long grain across short grain, in other words going against the grain like this, this grain's going this way, this grain's going that way, I wouldn't glue this. If it was plywood, you could glue it. If it's on timber, I wouldn't. The reason for that is this timber is going to expand and contract as the moisture in the air changes. So if you lock that in with glue and screws, there is a chance that one of these pieces is going to crack, and it'll be the board. Maybe not this one because it's made out of laminated boards, but if it was a solid piece of timber, there's every chance it would crack when it shrinks, and it can't because you've anchored it in place with, if you're using a long grain bit like that. This, because it's the same piece I'm putting it on, it's going to expand and contract at the same level. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. I've got the flat edge here, which is a good edge, and we'll put that right there. Now the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drill some clearance holes. I've got some 8 gauge screws. 8 gauge is about 4.5 mil. I can't find the 4.5, so I'll use a 5. But it's just so get it through here. You don't have to go all the way through. But definitely don't go into the bit below it. Okay, now get your square. Put your square on the edge and move it up. So this then, this part here is square to the board. Now I could use a hand drill on this, but my thought is Most people out there have now got battery drills, not so much hand drills. But hey, if you've got a hand drill and a normal screwdriver, that will do as well. Work out how long you want this bench hook to be. Put it over there. What's the comfortable position for you to work in? For me, I quite like it about there. So I'm going to drill, I'll put a pencil mark along there. I'll drill 3 holes through here again. Three holes there. Again, a bit of glue. Give it a bit of a spread. Line it up on that line. Put one screw. I like put it in the middle hole. Then you can move it around to suit. Put your second one in, and then your third one in. Make sure it's all nice and square. And that basically is a bench hook, but we'll take this part off here. So we'll hook that over. And there you have a bench hook. Put it on your bench. You can use it as a poor man's shooting board if you like. Put a bit of timber in there. Let's get a bit of timber. Oh, put it up there. Grab a plane. And there you go, a nice edge. Great for cutting things off. Put it in there, use it to support your timber. If you're doing tenons, another thing is you can put it here and then you get your chisel and you can use this as a stop. What I'll do, just to make it look pretty, we'll pop it in the vise and just run a plane over it. Now I don't want to chip this part out here, so I'm just going to put a little arris on there, and then it won't break out when I'm planing it. There you have it. Very, very easy, and it's not a bad project to cut your teeth on if you're going to get into woodwork. I guarantee if you made one of those, in 20 years time, if you're still doing woodwork, you will still have this. And you move on to making a shooting board, which is coming up very, very soon in another video. Till then, this is Steve pulling the shed door down saying, remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe, look after yourself, be kind to each other. And I look forward to having your company in the workshop, at the workbench again very, very soon. God bless. Bye for now.